Alright, this is just a quick tip. I'm making a lot of video and image applications right now, and one of the things that I need to do, well, actually, first, um, I uh, I was checking out Apple's HTML5 showcase that only works in Safari, web standards. I'm doing the quotes in the air. Anyway, this gallery that they have here is really cool in WebKit. I mean, this is really awesome. So I'm like, how am I going to do this blur effect? So if this is cutting edge, HTML5, CSS, there should be a CSS thing for this blur. Well, what I found out is actually pretty upsetting. This image right here, this image in the background, um, is actually, if we take a look at this, copy this. We're going to be doing this in a second. Copy this source. I believe you see where I'm getting at with this here. Paste that in here. See this image right here? It's blurred out. That comes into focus. Okay, that image is a pre-made. Once it loads, it's a pre-made blurred image. So no CSS there. So I'm like, okay, I need to be able to do this with code because I'm going to be making an image gallery with blurred pictures. I want to do this effect, but I don't want to blur the pictures ahead of time. So what can we do? Well, we've got this image here, and PHP 5 has some filters blurred in, or has some blur filters built in. So we're going to use the blur filter on this image. Again, PHP 5, not 4, PHP 5 has this built in. And what we're going to do is, we're not going to do it here. I'm going to show you the blur filter here, but I'm not going to show you, maybe in the next one once I actually do it. Basically, I'm going to build this little application that blurs every image in a directory and puts them somewhere. Okay, that'll be the next video. This video just showing you how to do the blur filter. So let's put this off to the side here and let's start doing it. So that's the location is flower. So you see the source, flower.jpg. That's how I get the image, flower.jpg. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, open PHP tags. Okay, I'm going to store the image. I am using a PHP function called image create from JPEG. Okay, and I'm going to do that flower.jpg. Okay, if you have a PNG, there's another one called image create from PNG. Image create from PNG. See, blue. So if you want to do that, I'm only doing JPEG today. Okay, then we choose our amount of blur, and I'm going to make that equal to 10. Okay, I'll show you what this means in a second. Then we're going to create the blur, which is image filter, the image that we want, and then a constant, which is called image filter Gaussian blur. There we go. It's a constant, means it's worth a number, really. So PHP understands this as a number. Like this translates to like 2 or something. I don't know what it is really, but this translates to 2 or whatever, some number. Anyway, that'll blur it, and then we need to turn our image into a real image. So image JPEG, again, image PNG works. Image PNG, okay. Image JPEG, our IM, and then we're going. That'll display it, and then image destroy. Image destroy. There we go. Our image. I'm not sure why we do this, but we do that anyway. Okay, and that should blur it. So refresh, and it fails horribly. So let's take a look at why. Image create, amount of blur. Image filter, image that I am, image JPEG, image destroy. Let's see. I am, not IMG. Okay, it's a little blurred. So let's learn how do we make this really blurred. I could actually do this a bunch of times. So like, doon. Like, so now it's going to blur 4 times. See, it's more blurry now. I don't have the compression of the video, you might not be able to see it. But so instead of doing that, I'm actually going to put this in a loop. So for I equals 0, I is less than or equal to our amount of blur. Yeah, I plus plus. Okay, so we've done that. So now we're going to basically just repeat this X number of times, okay? And our X is our amount to blur. So let's just put this up to 50 just to show you for real that this is going to be blurred, okay? Say it's going to take some time to do this 50 times. You know what? I'm not even going to do it 50 times. I'm going to do it 20 times. The higher you go, the longer the processing takes. So refresh, and okay, see, it's really blurred. You know what? Maybe I can do 50. 50. See, it's taking a while. Okay, so this is what a 50 blur looks like. So you can blur these images and then get this effect that Apple was doing. You can go ahead and blur the images and do that. Again, time is taken. So when we go to make this application in the next video, I'll probably go ahead and do it. When we go ahead and do that, I'm gonna probably it would be faster to do the whole thing with PHP, but I really want to give the user some feedback because we're making a little application. So I'm going to build one file that does this blur, just like this, and saves it. And then I'm going to make another file, which is going to be like the user interface page that uses Ajax, and it's going to continuously call like all 10 at once. It's going to convert. Actually, it's going to take one file. Here's what it's going to do. Actually, it's going to have one file that's going to get all the images in a directory, and then start making a for loop in JavaScript and converting each one to blurred image, and then giving back progress as they finish, so that you can separate the processes into different instances, and so that the user gets some feedback as to how the blur is going. You don't want to do this as the page loads. It's going to make your page slow. Don't do it. If this is going to be any useful to you, you're going to make it into your little web application or some back-end interface or something like maybe Facebook could blur out, whatever. But there you go. This is how you use PHP 5's blur filters.